All right, everybody. Welcome to Full Spectrum Cycling. This is show number 308.
Which is the area code of...
somewhere in western Nebraska.
Somewhere in Nebraska.
I kind of looked it up.
Where St. Christopher...
I think he's from eastern Nebraska by Lincoln.
Who performed at a Hall of Shank that a couple years ago. And it was an awesome show.
It was an awesome show.
And there was going to be an awesome show this past week. And it was... just
Scott H Biram.
Yeah, look him up, guys. I mean, it's good stuff. If you like, just like good.
I think he calls himself the dirty old one-man band, or the
some like a good bluegrass hillbilly, goddamn gallows 357 string band kind of vibe.
Yeah, maybe even Joe Buck yourself, bro.
Exactly. Just if you like that, you'll like him. It is supposed to be walking on Monday, and I was going to be one of those people that walked up.
Yeah, me too. I had it planned for weeks.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy through TicketWeb because TicketWeb is not that great of a fucking service. And, well, long story long, Peter Jest decided on his own to just cancel the fucking show.
Because pre-sales weren't where he thought they should be.
Exactly.
Scott Biram's a walk-in guy.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
Whatever.
I just okay. So 308 Nebraska, St. Christopher, Webster.
So
boom. Yes. That's how we went into this.
Yeah. But I do know I spent a night for sure in the 308, not even on purpose, because I think it was Kearney, Nebraska was coming through, and the van, not my current one, had some issue, and I had to stop overnight, so I get the Chrysler dealer in the morning, and they could take care of whatever issue it was, which I don't remember because it was a long time ago.
But you kept getting these calls.
I did overnight in the 308.
Oh.
It's all along the North Platte River. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's a great drive. I love that. I love western Nebraska. You start to get going uphill a little bit towards the Rockies, just a little bit. You're kind of going uphill a little bit.
Oh yes, I did my road trip.
When you're coming back, west across. When you're coming back east, you're going downhill a little bit, and you got a little tailwind. You feel pretty good.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention on the way back into it.
Either you get better mileage in your vehicle, or you have a much easier ride on your bicycle. I was
not allowed to drive the car, even in college. My buddy, we it was like, I mean, not just me. It was just like the people I'm like traveling with. They are so territorial about the car. Like, no.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I can see that.
Okay.
I don't like when other people drive.
Yeah,
I'll drive 15 hours. And
hanging out inside your armor, man. Kind of whatever. I get it, kind of. But I mean, we're in college going on a road trip.
On shrooms.
Yeah. Well, me, but at least all I was just sitting in the back of a fucking Ford Escort, 83 Escort. And I'm just like, yes, okay. Well, you're gonna show for me from Milwaukee to Vegas through the Rockies and hang out in Vail, and yeah,
absolutely.
I
learned
early.
Did your shrooms come in a wrapping like this? I mean, I'm not saying there's shrooms in here.
Oh, is that the chocolate?
That's actually the remnants of the chocolate that
I haven't even broached my chocolate.
I didn't want to. This is we had our kickoff party for Bike Week here in Milwaukee, which goes for, to say it with me,
a
week or a month, whatever. But it's
Bike Week goes a month in Milwaukee.
Yeah, so it was a kickoff party at Amorphic yesterday, and if you rode your bike, you got a piece of chocolate, which I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a bike-a-cell on it.
Oh, I didn't even look. Yeah, I haven't opened mine up yet.
Also, it's really tasty.
And it had a nice note.
It was much larger yesterday.
Yeah. Well, and the little note on it.
That was very nice.
From Ian. And
so
he said,
if you drove
thank you for peddling into my life or something like
everyone had a different note. They were all very personal.
Oh. And
this is Ian. He was here last week. We did the bicycle benefits and bike bingo thing. That's really good chocolate.
He's going to have to sit down. Should I get a stool?
I kind of pigged out on it yesterday when I should have saved it, because just a little bite's really good.
Yeah, right.
And it's very thoughtful of those guys to do that. And it was a really good event at Amorphic. Ron's like, I listened to your show from last week with Ian, and you said Amorphic at least 7 times. I'm like, we'll get more in this week, just so you know.
Amorphic what?
Right? Yeah.
Right. No.
Exactly. Can you? It's not as easy as meowing. You can't really fit it in as easily. But they had a bunch of speakers and not the things that make the noise. Well, they do make the noise, but talking about cycling stuff in Milwaukee.
Yeah, some good stories.
And it was
and brave people getting up to tell stories.
Yeah, and it was well attended for having been very rainy early in the day, and the clouds parted, and it was perfect.
Yeah, I was, I'll say I was like, oh, if it's shitty, I don't even know if I'm gonna go.
Well, I was gonna come all the way from next door, so I was going no matter what.
You had that part. I mean, and I'm half a mile.
A mile.
A half a mile from here, so it's not really.
Well, this just goes to show you how the bike culture here in Milwaukee is actually pretty dang good. Apparently, there was
Pittsburghers.
So I don't know how Pittsburgh came. Oh, Pittsburgh came into the conversation today because yesterday on eBay, which would have been Tuesday, I sold finally the Chumba titanium fat bike frame, which somebody else should have bought, or anybody should have bought. The guy that bought it got the greatest thing in the world. Anyway,
it's in Pittsburgh.
He's somewhere in suburban Pittsburgh, and then
do we know the area code?
No, we know the zip code.
I'm kidding.
15994, I believe. But we know that he's in the Pittsburgh, greater metropolitan Pittsburgh area, and then I guess it would be yesterday, internet time, got another guy inquiring about an Omnium we have. Guess where he's from? Say it with me.
Pittsburgh.
So I know they have a really good cycling culture in Pittsburgh, and they have been to Milwaukee, the messenger guys, to do MMI in the past. And I think everybody that is in the scene there recognizes that Milwaukee is pretty solid on the cycling thing.
Exactly. And for the size. And they have comparable.
I feel like we're going to talk about Milwaukee again all this show.
No, we were talking about Pittsburgh the whole time.
Well,
don't worry about the cheat sheet, dude.
Well, I'm just wondering if we're going to go in order of.
No, okay. Dude, I totally.
I'm just going to have a piece of chocolate right now.
I know that would just make everything better.
Would you like to have a little bite?
No, thank you kindly. Really tasty. No, but I'm going to say
top of the hill already.
Top of the hill.
I mean, we went to western Nebraska. That's uphill most of the way.
Exactly.
There, so, okay.
So, yeah.
And you know what chocolate?
We had to do some leftovers.
You know what chocolate goes really well with is this number 5 fluffy anchovy from Amorphic. The chocolate just goes well with beer.
Oh, that's the number 5?
Yes, it is.
Floofy? See, I say it, but they have a thing called floofy.
They have many floofies.
But floofy
this
is its own thing.
This is fluffy.
Yes. So
that's so good. I'm probably smacking in your ear. I don't like those smacky mouth sounds when I'm listening to a show.
One of my first roommates outside of the dorms was like the eat smacker.
Oh, those are
no matter
wonderful.
What, just like and always would eat like those kind of smackable foods, like
like ramen.
Here's a big.
Those are slurpable foods.
Slurpable. No, it's the mac and cheese. Like and get a big trough of mac and cheese in front of me. Just kind of, it was like, oh my god, like echoed everywhere. All right,
yeah,
on a tangent there.
Well, I was going to have a prop up here. I have some props. We'll get to some of these props later. But the one prop that I wanted to remind people of, and I don't know why I forgot about it, is should always have a baggie or two in your backpack.
Yes.
If it's not for the potato phone, it's for the manifest, which got soaking wet during the Bayview rollout. Oh, see, and that's exactly why you don't want to get it all wet, because it gets all weird when it dries out. So.
Thank God this is on video.
It was. it was. The Bayview, I think it was officially the Bayview Gallery Night.
Yeah, it's Gallery Night and Bayview Gallery Night with jazz, a lot of jazz.
Right.
Different. I swung by 1840, Mrs. Fun was playing at 5.
Oh.
So as I was rolling in, I was just
right on.
cool. And they were playing like cool. And I just like kind of like went through. I mean, I'm not supposed to ride where I did, but whatever. I was like, hello, Connie. Well, hello, Kim. And boom.
Good stuff. I had a good time.
Yeah.
I initially wasn't going to go. I said, well, I can't make it. I'm not going to get down there in time for it to start, which I didn't. But I did ride the electric Omnium Minimax cargo bike from Amorphic down to Bayview, and it 22 minutes from here to there is nice and quick.
Yeah.
So I got there about 15 minutes late, and everybody had already left, but I kind of had a general idea where people were going because there were 3 mandatory stops, and it just kind of made sense.
Yes.
And then I don't know who was leading you clowns around. Maybe it was Bob, but I'm like, why are they going that way when the next stop logically is over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. They see there was even here's the deal.
I thought
there was even a map.
No. Where I know where we saw you, and then like this, and then we went that way, and then it was supposed to be up here, and I was like, oh, maybe we go this way so we don't have to go up more of a hill. Clever. Okay.
Not that clever.
And then, but then went that way, and then to the left instead of the right.
Well, to be fair, I didn't really care about hills with the.
Yes, I was really just I was letting me be led, and I'm like, whatever. I don't want to overthink this too much. I'm like, oh, hey, you're gonna take a clever way. That's cool. And you got a clever way.
And in the end,
it wasn't.
We missed one stop of all of them.
Yeah, and that was fine.
Which didn't matter because in the end there were only 4 raffle tickets anyway.
A pet store. Yeah, and then plus Bill's hard on that one. Because it was supposed to be, okay, you get 2 for each mandatory.
Which would be 6, because there were 3 mandatory.
And then 1 for each extra.
Which could have been like a total of 11 or something, maybe.
Right.
Total.
But then it was like...
Or maybe 13 even.
Why don't we just give everyone 4?
Yeah.
And just be done with this.
Do you remember
whatever.
Do you remember what I won in the raffle?
I
don't have it here.
The burger. The hamburger.
The hamburger bell. Oh, it's so great. I can't
believe I didn't buy it. I didn't win anything.
So that was Friday. that was Friday, and that was already a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's like it could have been. Well, it was raining, but it was warm, so it wasn't really a big deal.
And when it did rain again,
you were kind of dried out enough from the last one, and it just picked up again a little bit.
As long, get undercover for 7 minutes.
Yeah,
boom! The faucet turns on. And then, sprinkle. That's perfect. And we're done.
That's perfect. I don't think it rained the next day, at least not when we were at the Falcon Bowl for the WMSE.
No.
What was it called? The vinyl something. It was a vinyl deal.
Pin Smash Vinyl Bash.
But yeah, Pin Smash was the bowling in the basement.
I got a nice tote bag so I can show off when I go
my
to
tote bag's over there.
When I go to the grocery store, I'm like, I'm a cool guy. I have that one, and I have my Star Wars ones.
So it was a thing to clean out the archives and a bunch of stuff that MSC had lying around that is taking up space, including albums like The Descendants.
Right.
This is apparently Live Rage. But this was sitting in there, and the DJs play vinyl there 98% of the time, I think, still. And this one just has notes from other DJs on the back. It's like, this is a funcore band. I didn't even know funcore was a thing. This is a 1987 release, and there are I Don't Want to Grow Up and Suburban Home have arrows, and the other ones are crossed out. So it's like it has the notes from the DJs that did the thing.
Or program directors.
That could be too.
That.
But there's no program directors. You're the program director at WMSE in your own time slot.
Somebody was program directing the back of that might have
sleeve,
man.
That might have been another DJ going, if you play this, don't do that. This is the coup de grace for me, though.
Yeah.
The Tubes were one of my favorite bands growing up. I think this album came out the year I graduated from high school, or maybe the year before. And there's little like notes on it from, again, 7/3/81, blah blah blah. I just like I'm
Time
not even
capsule.
I looked at the vinyl to see if it was still playable, and it's
gotta be.
It seemed to be, but I wasn't like, that was sort of not for $5. That was not the primary reason to get this album cover.
Yeah.
Because I already have this album anyway. Now I just have it in a,
frameable mode.
Yeah. I mean, I think that, and I didn't really realize how many so people donate records to MSE all the time. Not all of them were in or got played on air.
Right.
But these two obviously did, which is great.
Yeah,
What were yours? I saw your picture. I didn't delve deeply into what you found.
David Live from 74, David Bowie in, I think, Pittsburgh.
It was in Pittsburgh
I think
that
it was
day.
in Pittsburgh.
Golly.
Or if it wasn't Pittsburgh, I think it was Pennsylvania.
Are we going to say Pittsburgh more times or Amorphic more times during the show?
No, it's funny. Because I dove a little deeper into it when I saw it. I was like, what? It's a 2 LP. I'm like, yeah, this is badass for $5.
Yeah, I know you sent the picture.
Okay,
I was
cool.
like, what's he sending me pictures of again?
And then the other was the Herb Alpert with the whipped cream and other delights, which just the album jacket just is the best. It just, I mean, that's art in itself. And it's been replicated by
It's got whipped cream and other delights. Yeah,
exactly.
That is pretty good.
And he's playing in Milwaukee, 91-ish years old.
That is
Herb Alpert.
Good long run.
At the Bradley something on Wisconsin. The Warner Theater or whatever the fuck.
So
one of those places.
The one that's been prominently displayed in the front of this show all day long.
Star Wars.
I know that Michael likes to listen to movie soundtracks, and I'm like, I don't know if you have this or not, but it's only $5 for 3 CDs. And it's a box set, and it's beautiful. So I was like, well, if you don't have it, which I think
I have it. You shot the picture.
Yeah,
I didn't know you'd made the purchase.
But it's a new arrangement and performance of John Williams, blah blah blah, the New World Orchestra. I do not know who they are, but for $5 you get 3 CDs, and
it's like the greatest. Yes. It's a reimagining of the John Williams.
Yeah.
El Maestro.
Well, let's see how it is. I mean, I got a CD player. I got a record player. We can do all this stuff. It looks like the
CD in the record.
It looks like the Combustors are still on the record player, which was a great show.
They're coming up around again. Well, they always are popping.
True.
This is the summer of. Oh, yeah, it's all gas now.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, there's like, I even said today, I was like, okay, I'm recovering from the bike party as of our talking right now. And I was just like, oh, yeah, Robots is playing, I think, tonight.
Right.
And I'm just like.
And that's a Tuesday night, folks. Wednesday night. That's when we do this. Yeah, we do this on Wednesdays now.
Yeah. And the music series is starting to ramp itself up.
Oh, you betcha.
And it's like, oh God, yes. And I'm going to ride my bike to most of them, I will say.
Robots included tonight. Let me throw a couple. We've been talking cycling somewhat, but let me talk a couple of specific cycling things really right on. First of all, One Up Components sent us to thefatbike.com this new set of pedals. See, kind of looks like some platform pedals. But these are called the Wave. If you look at how they're made, they have a little bit of a wave to them.
Those are like those super longs.
And they're nice and thin. Obviously, they're still in the box. We just got them. But these will be going through the ringer for the fatbike.com test situation. And I'm looking forward to them. I've got a pedal I like a lot, but these have some of the same features. And I think, honestly, I think they're a little more geared towards people who are doing super huck jam stuff out in Squamish, where these guys are from in British Columbia. Because when you're doing super rad downhill and jumps and stuff, a little heel down attitude is good. That's why they kind of have the drop on the back of the pedal, so that your foot kind of has the heel naturally down. But it's not a ton, and I'm curious how they work for just normal everyday beach riding and stuff. So
relaxing, groovy. No,
those will be going on the Bear Claw, baby, for a little testing. The other thing I want to mention is Omnium. Omnium. We have a new available bike. We were using it for a demo, and now Brandon from Omnium said, "Why don't you just go ahead and put a price on that thing?" So we have a medium Omnium Cargo, which is the longest of the bunch. Normally about almost $3,500, $2,800 out the door, ready to ride. And it hasn't been super abused, except it had a couple of hay bales on it for the MMI and stuff. So it's got history. Any scrapes on it or anything like that, that's history. And if you got a cargo bike, you can scratch it up anyway, so don't worry too much about it. But let me know, maybe Greg at everydaycycles.com if that's something you might be interested in. We'll figure out how to get it to you, and it's ready to roll. It's assembled, tested, used a little bit. Everything's been dialed in. There you go.
Yes.
That's not all we're going to spiel about today, but
no.
Let us go to other things.
No. Well, I was looking for the off ramp and I didn't know where it was.
I don't know. Well, the off ramp is Pittsburgh, obviously.
Well, yes. God damn it! On that downtime, I should have looked. So next week, if anyone has anything to add about Pittsburgh, Carlos. Is he gone already?
He already left, yeah.
I did not get to run into dude.
Well, I ran into him at Locust Street early in the day because he had stuff going on.
He seemed like he had a itinerary.
Yeah, because his brother came here too, and I don't know if his brother lives in Vegas, and Carlos lives in in Charlotte, which he's a Milwaukee, staple from the old days, but he's been in Charlotte for several years.
Yeah.
And he talked about how shitty it is to ride bikes in Charlotte compared to here, urban-wise.
Sure.
They have plenty of off-road stuff, and mountain biking is good there, but he's like, you can't really ride around.
Like, I want to go from my house.
Well, Charlotte's humongous. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's massive. So you could go it could take you 40 minutes or an hour in a car to get across town.
I have family members that live there, but I don't really. But
yeah. Carlos was one of the early supporters of Schlicks cycles back in the day. He has at least 3 of them that whatever. He has more than one and maybe less than Tony.
Sure. That's accurate.
The only person that has more Schlicks than Tony still is me.
And Carlos always had the essentially the parking lot for Locust Street.
Oh yeah, right. That was always good. Yeah,
it was like, dude, Carlos around. Oh, okay, yes, perfect. It's got a little different this year.
Yeah, I thought it actually.
I mean, there was no gunplay.
I thought it was better. I'm not
gonna say better. It's just different. It's just evolving.
I don't know if it's the curmudgeon in me that just doesn't appreciate. Like when I first got there at like 11:30, I met Dave and Adrian right away because they were waiting. Carlos was showing up.
Adrian,
blah blah blah. So we're just sitting there, and there was like not a lot of people there yet, but about 1:30 it really started packing in pretty good. And
yeah,
I don't know what happened with street festival and or festival in general etiquette, but when you have a food truck. Why does the line go straight out into the thoroughfare? Why doesn't it wrap around a little bit so that you're not blocking every other person that's walking by?
You have to be part of the human centipede first.
Oh, God.
And guess what? I don't want to be in the human centipede.
No.
As yesterday, like everyone's just standing in line for no reason.
It's almost a round wheel now. Some good chocolate.
Sure.
Yeah,
there are ways to find out where they got the chocolate or how it was made.
I don't know. I'm wondering if they had it. Did they make it themselves? That would not be above them to do that, or know somebody that can do it, because
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel like it's milk chocolate. I heard milk chocolate isn't as good for you as dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate?
Dark chocolate is supposed to be like the bomb. If you
have to have a little bit of it. It's like a good red wine at the end of the night.
I love dark chocolate, actually.
Instead of
it's got some dark chocolate characteristics.
Instead of 2 bottles of red wine at the end of the night. Until 1.
Is that what you got sucked into after the bike party?
Yes.
Well, good thing that it's summer and you don't have that much to do at work.
Exactly. I just ended up being like, all right. I have vacation time to burn if anyone says I'm not doing any shit.
No, I was
like whatever.
I'm not actually working. I'm here on my vacation day.
Yeah, just to open the door.
I might
top of the hill again.
Right on. We didn't really talk about it before, but I got a Pabst.
I had a Moon Man.
And then we had beer from Amorphic before.
Yeah, I need another Moon Man.
You can go get a Moon Man if you want. I'll talk real quickly about.
No, you won't.
Our
stretch it out.
Help our site. Are you going to the bathroom too? You can have a smoke. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? Just getting a beer? We do have this Amazon thing where we're recommending some products. If you buy anything from there, we may get a small commission, which may help keep us on the air and or may help keep the fatbike.com going. That's in the show notes. Everybody should check the show notes. We put pictures in there of us having fun when you weren't there. That's probably what you really want to look at is... I got a lot of pictures.
Shaming.
Yeah,
yes.
You should have been there. I don't care if you had to fly here from Hawaii. You should have been there.
I'd fly to Hawaii just to do that. No.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
I'm
yes.
Sure,
no.
I'm sure they have a great bike culture in Hawaii. That would be my guess. Oh! I forgot about this. This South Shore koozie is also courtesy of
South Shore
Bayview Gallery Nights. South Shore Cyclery down there on.
I have
they're
one.
on Packard Avenue on the south side of Milwaukee. That's not St. Francis.
Cudahy.
Cudahy. There you go. You know what it's called before all the Polish folks moved there? Cuda. Ding.
Well,
it's not quite a dad joke, but it's close.
I actually, yeah, okay. I just, there was a Bill ride. And there is a bowling alley on Packard. And I can't remember what the name of it is. But it's right in the shadow of one of the bacon plants.
Oh, Oscar Mayer.
No.
Maybe.
No, it's one of them. There's like 2.
Oh.
Which is great.
I wish I were an Oscar Mayer.
I mean,
that's what I really want to be.
Cudahy smells of bacon.
Yes. And with
I mean,
good
it
reason.
doesn't suck. So I'm outside having a smoke, and then there was like this downdraft, and just got like caught in like a fog of bacon smoke or bacon fog, and I'm like, oh,
you weren't just smelling your pocket?
No. It was great. No, there were witnesses on this one where it was like, oh, I'm like, I could live here. I could say what you will. Yes. Wow. I love this place.
Pabst Blue Ribbon after an Amorphic beer and chocolate. I'm not sure if I'm keen on that. This goes much better with a fluffy than it does with a Pabst.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
I don't know how. I'm not sure how old this Pabst is either. It's been in there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Does it age well? It should be fine. I mean, we did clear the fridge out for the tour.
Those aren't the ones I brought from my wedding, are they? So no.
They may very well be.
Well, okay. All right.
I do not know.
I mean,
anywho.
It's within a year. It's safe. It should be.
Kind of, especially
it should be shelf stable.
Especially on your big brewery beer, not your, Amorphic locally brewed beer.
Right. Is this made of steel or aluminum or something that's terrible?
It's better. It's better than it being in a glass bottle and sitting in the sun. I'll tell you that much. All right, everybody. Oh, Ding says, no to both for me. Also, blah, blah, blah.
Don't vote for me.
No.
Don't vote for me.
No, that was... we got to go do what we need to do is a podcast in the Terrapin Station.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, if anybody's looking for absolutely 100% the best Airbnb in Milwaukee, the place can sleep like 16 people.
I have no idea about. Oh, really?
Have you ever been in it?
No. I'm just. I'm just selling. Yes, I'm
going to go ahead and
from the just for the outside.
I have been in it because we set the network up and stuff for all of the IT stuff inside the place. But the guy that does it, Steve Matheson, good buddy, he has obviously a Dead fan and made the garage into the album cover pretty much of Terrapin Station.
Yes.
When you're driving by on the street, if you frame it, you're like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And
the only thing that is missing are the two.
Well, they might be hired to just dance around out there.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. Yeah, nothing static, but I mean, it is. Yes.
It's not just, awesome. but it's not just, and that's technically the garage is the game room. It's a 2-car garage that's basically the game room. There's a huge courtyard with a big ass hot tub, and then there's the property with 3 floors and a bunch of bedrooms, and it's on Chambers and Bremen.
Yeah. So, okay, so Terrapin Station is here.
Yeah.
Property is on this side.
Terrapin Station is there, and then you go east, and it's the same property.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, we were in there once for a pie.
I just saw him.
We were in there once for a pie ride.
I saw him over at Amorphic.
Were you not in there for the pie ride? We were in because
no, I was not on the pie ride. It was I've not attended
before.
A pie ride.
Before Steve bought it, it was I wouldn't say it was run down, but it certainly wasn't upkept like massively. And there was a dude that lived, and it was a former bar.
You with the wordplay, that was good.
Yeah, it was a bar, and the dude lived, and the bar was still in there, and he lived kind of in the back, and his bedroom was. It was cool. This is so much more cool that guy could not even have imagined how cool that place could have been if he would have put a little effort into it, and probably $500,000 too.
Sure.
But,
well, yeah,
you know. But it is. I'll put the link in the show notes because if you come here with a big group of people and you want to stay. This is like A, close to a lot of the stuff, like especially Summerfest and all the things going on, and B, I don't care if you never left the place. It would be awesome.
No,
you got your crapperia right across the street.
Yes.
You're within a mile of at least 3 brew pubs. You know, I mean, you got popcorn over here. You got a great new taco joint over there.
Bob on the other side of the alley.
Tons of stuff. You got Bob right down the alley. Handsome Bob, folks. If you don't meet him, you'll figure out who he is.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Oh, yes.
Well, I guess it's time to go over to Amorphic for a beer.
Amorphic.
If Ron doesn't listen to the show, I don't know. It's like I still don't have a T-shirt from Amorphic, by the way. Well, I do because
they have T-shirts?
Because my wife bought me one for my birthday a couple years ago. Along with a couple of 4-packs of Amorphic beer, but got a new T-shirt now. Kyle has one.
My new T-shirt, low straight jackets.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a large, aspirational large. I'm not a large anymore.
This felt figure that is JK.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell everybody that's JK. I'm Sven, and you know what? It's time to leave. So
it's reverse time.
If you didn't already know who we are,
zing zong, bing gong.
Cheers. Go visit South Shore Cyclery because these guys are good.
They have a good little museum.
Oh heck yeah! They got a Schwinn museum.
Oh heck yeah!
What do we? Oh, that's North Dakota. Nebraska and North Dakota are basically the same place.
Starts
just one's north of the other, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody.
Like Wisconsin.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Bye.